Well, everyone, the iPhone 12 is one of the more interesting iPhones right now. For those of you who don't know, which everyone probably knows, the iPhone 12 was that one iPhone that Apple made in 2020. It was one of 4 different iPhones Apple made at that point, but this was the craziest thing. This particular iPhone, as far as we could tell, brought a lot of stuff to the table, and it was a pretty good iPhone nonetheless. It was an iPhone that I liked a lot at that moment, and I still think it's a pretty good iPhone, when it comes down to it. But our iPhone 12s, every single person who has an iPhone 12, their iPhone 12s actually got a little bit better as of this point, which is actually pretty crazy. What these iPhones are, and what actually ended up happening was that these particular devices ended up getting a really cool feature. Now, funny enough, when this particular feature was, going to be released, essentially it was a faster version of wireless charging. It basically allowed us to charge our, iPhones a little bit faster with Qi 2 wireless charging rather than the Qi 1 wireless charging, which was the slower, older one. The craziest thing here, though, was that with this particular version of an update, we are actually essentially getting a little bit of an improvement with our wireless charging, but we never got this before. Before, we were essentially being told, I guess, from Apple that essentially only the iPhone 13 and 14 were the only iPhones that were going to be supported here, but that ended up not being the case. We did end up getting that next version of feature set here on our next iPhone, on the iPhone 12s, without even having to go and upgrade our iPhones. Now, this is a very, very good thing here, and the reason why this is such a big update and such a big feature in my, particular standpoint is because with this particular update, we are now able to go ahead and get an iPhone like the iPhone 12, and we're basically able to go ahead and, get these cooler features without having to go and upgrade to the next version of an iPhone. So this is something that's really cool, and the reason I think why Apple ended up doing this and why this was the cutoff point with the iPhone 12 and not the other iPhones was, one, maybe the older iPhones really couldn't support it. But the big thing here, I think, was basically with the iPhone 12, this iPhone was essentially the cutoff point for a lot of different features within this version of software. So what Apple ended up doing was, for the most part, they really focused in and really made us kind of have all these, with all the iPhone, 12s, all the iOS 17 features were supported on this iPhone. So I'm pretty sure Apple wanted to go ahead and keep that tradition kind of alive and, continue to support all those features and everything on this iPhone as well. Again, just a minor thing, but that was another thing and another reason why I think Apple ended up doing this. So ultimately, I think it's a really cool thing. I'm very happy Apple ended up doing something like this. And looking forward, I do kind of wonder what's going to end up happening, but with the iPhone 12 as of this point, still supported, and it's only getting better from here on out. So from that point, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.